Oh, good evening, everyone. You have made it. We are here. Welcome to the 2021 Weld Food Bank Stone Soup Dinner presented by Chevron. We're happy to have you with us this evening. I'm former Denver Bronco Reggie Rivers. I will be your host and MC this evening, and I'm excited to welcome the lovely, the talented, Miss Stephanie Gauss. She is Weld Food Bank's Chief Development Officer. Hello there.
Hi. Good
Welcome
to be with
the
you.
circus.
I live in the circus, Reggie. I just want to say good evening to everybody and that we are so excited to be coming to you live this evening to celebrate our signature fundraiser.
Yes, we're going to have a good time tonight, and things look a little different than normal. We wish we were in person, but that's just not possible right now. And if you remember last year, COVID-19 hit literally 1 week prior to the Stone Soup event, so Weld Food Bank was forced to cancel. Now, back then, there was no way any of us thought that COVID-19 would still be an issue this year, but it is. So they had to make a decision. Should they cancel again or postpone until later in the year? Ultimately, the board and the staff concluded that postponing was too uncertain and canceling again was a non-starter. The fundraising from this event is critical to the mission of the Weld Food Bank, so they decided to go virtual. And here we are, and here all of you are. So thank you so much for making Weld Food Bank a priority tonight. All right, to start off the evening, we have a few people that we'd like to recognize who have made this event possible. Want to say thank you to the Stone Soup committee members who have been behind the scenes all year to make this event possible. Thank you to Brianna Dellenbaugh, yes, Jackie Humphreys, Brad Inholson, Tessa Kaufman, Tabby Morale, Debbie Smith, Sue Tresham, and Elaine Winnick. Thank you, all of you. Hey, how about some cheer and applause? Woo! Love you guys. We appreciate it. We also have a great team helping us tonight behind the scenes. We have Linda, Aaron, and Stephanie from Boulder Events. Thank you guys for being here. If you have any trouble getting registered, Stephanie is standing by. Not this Stephanie.
God, no.
Stephanie at Boulder Events is standing by. There's her number at the bottom of the screen. You can reach her at 720-940-4880 if you have any problems. And finally, we'll want to recognize Michaela Sandridge. Michaela is off screen right now. She's right over there, her beautiful face. She is our amazing staff partner for all the time and effort that she's put into this amazing virtual event. Thank you, Michaela.
Thank you, Michaela.
Okay, of course, this event would not be possible without our sponsors, and we want to thank them for their continued support.
Yes, absolutely. A big thank you to all of our amazing sponsors and for the committee that made this event possible. Next, I'd like to welcome our CEO, Bob O'Connor, with a very special message.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Stone Soup. And I'd like to first thank our sponsors and our amazing committee who made this evening happen. This has been a very challenging year. We have given out twice as much food as we ever have in the history of the food bank. In the first 9 months of COVID, we have distributed over 500,000 food packages. More people equals more food, more resources, and more expenses. Our children's programs alone have increased by 80%. We've seen an unprecedented amount of individuals coming into the food bank who have never used the food bank before. In fact, some of them didn't even know there was a food bank available to them. And one of the stories that I heard that really touched my heart was a young dad who came in to get food assistance. He told our staff that he asked his wife to stay home with his 2 little girls because he didn't want them to see him asking for food. And he didn't want them to think that Dad wasn't able to take care of them. Once we came out with the food, our volunteers rolled out 2 beautiful carts of food with fruits and vegetables and meat and dairy. This gentleman looked at them and started to cry. He said to them, "This has been a really tough time since I've lost my job, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm going to be okay." So this is where you come in. And this is why we all do what we do each and every day, so that individuals like this young man and his family, when they have a crisis, can access healthy and nutritious food. Again, these are unprecedented times, and we're seeing more people than ever. So when you're bidding tonight, please have fun and enjoy yourself, But remember this young man, and remember each and every one of the individuals who have come into the food bank. Some of them are probably your friends, your neighbors, and maybe even family members. I want to just end up by saying thank you for making the needs of others a priority in your life.
Thank you, Bob. As he mentioned, we've had a very unusual year that's presented us with many, many challenges. We've had to come together as a community, and we've made sure that we've met the need during these very challenging times. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our highlights.
It's been 1 year since COVID-19 hit Weld County. During this difficult time, 2 in 5 individuals in our community are struggling with not having enough food. And even worse, more than half of families with children are grappling with not having enough nutritious food in the home. Since last March, we have seen a 90% increase in need for our services, and we estimate that over 600,000 duplicated individuals have been served. However, the need is more than statistics. There are neighbors, many of whom are living right on the line between being okay and in need of help. Unfortunately, countless numbers of them have found themselves on the latter side of that line in this pandemic. The holidays in particular were hard for many, and the need felt even greater as more families came to us for help. In December, we saw our busiest Saturday distribution ever. In the matter of 4 hours, we served 824 people. That's over 200 people an hour. These historic times have required us to be innovative with our programs to ensure we could meet the growing needs safely. Our emergency food box and senior feeding programs were moved to a drive-through model. Volunteers safely pack shopping carts with the healthy foods we have on hand and carefully load them into the waiting cars of our clients. Our mobile food pantry also moved to a drive-through model. This program saw some of the largest growth in need as the more rural areas of our large county felt some of the heaviest impact. Our child feeding programs went through an overhaul as well. We launched the Fuel to Learn program where families can come twice a week to receive multiple meals worth of food for each child in their home. The pandemic has also led to new and expanded partnerships. At the very beginning, we partnered with the Boys and Girls Club to deliver meals directly to the homes of club families. The food was safely prepared in our commercial kitchen before being delivered by Boys and Girls Club staff. We also partnered with other nonprofits and school districts across Weld County, including Greeley, Carbon Valley, Fort Lupton, Windsor, and many more. These partnerships allowed us to provide much-needed food for students and their families through our backpack program and mobile food pantry. The need continues to remain high as more families find themselves facing the harsh reality of hunger. Through your financial support and Weld Food Bank's resources, we can make sure that no matter when someone finds themselves in need of help, we will be there. Visit weldfoodbank.org to learn more.
Wow, what an amazing look back at the last 12 months. And it's incredible, all the challenges the food bank has faced and all the needs that all of you out there watching have helped them meet over the last year. It's amazing. None of us could have predicted a year like 2020, and it's why this next part of our program is so important. We're going to conduct a virtual paddle raiser, and we need your support. We're going to start off by asking for large amounts of money, and we're going to work our way down. We hope that each of you will make at least one contribution tonight. When you hear a level that matches your means and matches your commitment to the Weld Food Bank and the families that they support. Again, if you have already registered, you should have a text message from the number 91049 and click the link and follow the instructions. If you don't have that text, or if you're not yet registered, please call or text Stephanie with Boulder Events. Her number is 720-940-4880. All right, so to make a donation is super simple. We have many levels listed, but if you don't see a level that speaks to you, please click the custom button and give any amount at any time. And if 2020 has taught us any lessons, is that more of us than we realize are just one job loss, one medical bill, or one pandemic away from needing help. So while we are able, let's give what we can tonight to help World Food Bank support those families in our community who really need our help right now. All right, so we'll start our paddle raiser off with an ask for $5,000. And I know that $5,000 is a lot of money, but it's also a lot of impact. And if you have the capacity to make a gift of $5,000, we're asking you to do that now. I want to say thank you to Pride Roofing for their gift of $5,000. I have on my trusty iPad here. I can see the donations as they come in. Thank you very much to Pride Roofing. And Stephanie, what would a gift of $5,000 mean for World Food Bank?
Gosh, $5,000 is such an extraordinary gift. And we have a program called the Children's Backpack Program, Reggie, and it helps children get food over the weekend when they don't have access to free and reduced lunch and breakfast at school. And so here in Weld County, actually, about 50% of students rely on free and reduced lunch at school. And in Greeley, it's even worse. It's about 60%. So we're able to get that food directly to the schools to go right to the kids. So we make sure they have something in their tummies over the weekend and they can come to school ready to learn on Monday morning.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. Let's go ahead and take that banner down for now, Andy. We'll call for it in a little bit. But yeah, I think that's a great program to provide over the weekend, because I think we don't really think about that. And you guys on the ground, you understand exactly what the needs are and how to address those needs. It's fantastic.
You know, we often talk with teachers at schools, and one of the things we've heard over and over again is just that teachers find children stealing food out of other children's backpacks because they don't have any food at home, or they didn't have any food to bring to school that day, or even they want to bring something home for their sibling to eat. So it's just such a critical need for kids in order for them to grow and flourish and learn and do everything that we want kids to be able to do.
That's fantastic. Okay. And we have an anonymous gift here of $5,000. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support there. Let's step down a level now to $2,500. A gift of $2,500 for World Food Bank. What would that mean for you guys?
Reggie, we have another awesome program called the Mobile Food Pantry, and I think lots of you know about our facility here in Greeley, but we also take food directly to communities that are in the most need. So our Mobile Food Pantry focuses on healthy foods, those perishable fruits, vegetables, dairy, meats, those types of items that often, if you're on a tight budget, you're not going to go ahead and buy. So we want to make sure we're impacting not only hunger, but health, and we're taking that food directly to the areas of the greatest need.
That's fantastic. Okay, great. So please keep those donations coming in. And Linda, you let me know when our board, I know we have some donations that are coming in, and when our display board is up to date. And we're going to step down again to another level to $1,000. And at $1,000, what would a gift of that size mean for World Food Bank?
Gosh, if you made a gift at the $1,000 level, that would help support some of our emergency food box programs we have here in Greeley. You know, we have people come to the food bank that need food in their homes for their families. We've served over 600,000 individuals from the start of COVID to now. So, you know, the scale of the problem and the scope of our services is pretty significant, you know. And Reggie, some of the folks at home may have heard me tell this story before, but it's one of the most impactful since I've started at the food bank. We had a mom come in with about a 4-year-old son one day, and this was way pre-COVID, a few years ago, and she was asking us about our programs, how she could access food, and at one point her son tugged on her pants and asked her if today was going to be the day that he got to eat. So it's moments like that that make you know just how you can't see hunger by looking at someone. I couldn't have told that child was hungry, yet he hadn't eaten in days. So your gift tonight is going to help kids like that little boy make sure that he never feels that way again, and that his mom never feels that way again either.
Right. I can't imagine how helpless you feel as a parent when you can't feed your kids. And did you say 600,000 people?
600,000 people. Now that's a duplicated number. So sure. If you came in twice, we counted you twice. But sure. You know, that's 600,000 packages of food.
Wow, that is amazing. Okay, at $1,000, we want to say thank you to Keith and Karen Trussler. Thank you to Bob and Karen O'Connor. Thank you, Curtis Rao. Thank you, Keith and Carol Thompson. Thank you, Tracy Axton and Natalie Rochester, all at $1,000. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Let's take a look at our fundraising total and see where we are so far in our effort tonight. So I think that it is not up to date yet. Something is, all of them are not coming through to the display board. So I think according to my iPad here, we're at about $22,650 raised so far. So Andy, we can go ahead and take that banner down, but we're at just under $23,000 raised so far. Please keep your donations coming in. I know that, Jennifer Peters just gave a gift of $2,500. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support, Jennifer. We're going to step down another level to $500, and at $500, we want to say thank you to Justin and Jackie Schneider, Sue Helfich, who actually gave $750. Thank you, Sue. Or Helfich, is that correct? Helfich, okay. Doug and Linda Jones and Tim Croissant, who gave $600. Thank you all for your generous support. What does a gift of $500 mean?
So a gift of $500 would really help us continue with our Keep Up with the Need with our child meal program. So Reggie, I don't know if you've been to the food bank, but we have a large commercial kitchen there, and we prepare meals for children every day. We do them after school at the Boys and Girls Club, the Rodarte Center. We do them in the summer at splash parks, libraries, lots of different locations where kiddos can get together and get some food. So $500 tonight would really help us a long way, getting more meals to those kids. We've had, I think, over 150% increase in the meals we've given out through that program since COVID.
Wow. And you know, I read something months ago about food banks and how you guys aren't really meant to be the primary source of food. You're meant to be a supplement to the SNAP program and other things. But because of COVID, you've had to step into a much more primary role.
Correct, correct. And I will say, to that point, we really do believe that we're there to help people when they stumble, when they have a hard time, that medical bill, that lost job, you know. But even now, over 60% of the people coming into the food bank are coming in 2 times or less. So they really are just using us when they need that help in that moment so they can pay their car, pay their rent, you know, and that's what we're here for, to make sure that they're able to make those other bills. We can give them the food for now and keep that family stable.
That is wonderful. It's amazing work. And the great thing is that this money goes so far. It's not like when you or I go out to a restaurant to buy some food, the way that a relatively small amount of money can feed a lot of people the way that the food bank does. I want to say at $500, thank you, Casey Lytle. Thank you, Marilyn Schock. Thank you, John and Robin Briggs. Thank you to Westridge Animal Hospital for your gift of $5,000. We are now at $31,366. So is it working now? Can we check our display? We don't know. Okay. We don't think for some reason our online display is not working, but we're at 30. Tell me that number again. We're at 31,866. We're on the cusp of $32,000. Thank you so much for your support. Keep your donations coming in. Let's step down another level to $250. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody here. I think Natalie Rochester, I think we said thank you to her at $1,000. And Brian and Dana Condre at $500. Thank you very much. Okay, we do have, yes, awesome, look at that. Woo! So our fundraising total, $31,866 so far, just crossed over $32,000. Please keep those donations coming in. We appreciate your support. And Andy, let's go ahead and leave that in the monitor behind us so people can keep watching that as we continue. So let's go to $250. What would a gift of $250 mean? Absolutely.
$250 would really help us with one of our programs that deals with older adults. We know that seniors tend to be on a fixed income. You know, it's not like they can just get back into the job force. So, you know, one of our programs speaks specifically to seniors, providing them with healthy things, fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy, those perishable food items, and taking them right to their door. So we have seniors, over 500 of them, that we deliver food to every month. And you know how? Our volunteers. All of this is based off of our community, like you guys at home, and we couldn't do it without you. And back to your point about how far we are able to stretch the dollar, over 97 cents for every dollar donated to the food bank goes directly back into our programs. And that's because of our efficiency, but it's also because of the people at home who come in and volunteer and help us and keep those costs low.
That is amazing. And just how impactful that is, especially in COVID, that not everybody can come to you to pick up their food, but that ability to be mobile with all of these volunteers to deliver the food, that is life-saving.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you talk to our volunteers that go to those homes, that deliver direct to those seniors, it might be the only visitor that they have for a couple weeks. And so they're a pretty important relationship and part of their lives. And we're just really grateful that as the food bank, we get to be part of that too.
Yeah, that is amazing. You know, you say that my mother-in-law came and lived with us for 6 months during last year because of COVID. She lives in Utah, but she came here and stayed with us. And one of the things my wife and I were talking about is like, who has touched Darletha? Like, we've given her a hug periodically, but she's so used to hugging and kissing her grandkids and having her nieces and nephews around, and just that prolonged period of time of nobody is touching her.
Absolutely.
So lonely.
Absolutely. You know, it's one of, I think, the best things that we do is, you know, it's not just giving somebody food, it's forming that connection and that relationship and, you know, letting people know that we really do care.
Yeah, that is amazing. All right, well, we're just under $33,000 right now. Want to say thank you at $250 to Paula Pfeiffer, Walter and Judy Richter. Walter and Judy Richter again, thank you for donating twice. AJ Roche, Ann and Zach Valentine, Carolyn Rainbolt, and Carolyn Woodruff. Thank you very much. Jeff Nagel gave $500. Thank you. Colin Combs made a gift of $5,000. That's in our total there. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you and your gifts, and keep those gifts coming in. So our last level tonight that we're going to ask for is $100, and right now we're just under $33,000. So to get to $35,000, we would need 15 people to donate $100. That's basically what we'd have to do. So we're going to ask for your support at $100. If you have not yet made a gift, we're asking you to make one now. If you have already made one, we're asking you to make another one at $100 and help us get to $35,000. What would a gift of $100 mean?
Gosh, Reggie, we're going to go back to where we started with the backpack program for that food for kids over the weekend. And for $100, you can provide food to one child every weekend throughout the entire school year. So it's a huge impact for not that much money. And if you made it today, you would really, really be making a difference in the life of one of the children in Weld County.
That is amazing. So is what we were just talking about, how far this money stretches. You're telling me that somebody makes a $100 donation one time, and you can use that to have a kid have a backpack for the entire school year.
That is correct, because the vast majority of those funds are just going to purchase that food, and we purchase in bulk, so we keep that cost low. And then our amazing volunteers do the rest of the work. They build the backpacks, they deliver the backpacks, they do all of that legwork for us. So we're keeping those costs low, we're making your dollar stretch as far as it possibly can, and we're allowing you to make the biggest difference that you can with those funds this evening.
Okay, so that is our challenge. We want to try to get this number to $35,000, and we appreciate those of you who have made a contribution. We just need 16 more people, basically, to get us to $35,000, and we're going to move on with our program, but we're going to check back on this number a little bit later. And if you want to make a big impact here, and you want to make a gift of $500 or a gift of $300, or you decide, you know what, I'm gonna, if it's $100 per backpack, you know, that's something, you know, I'm gonna do that 5 times to help support the Weld Food Bank. But help us get this number up to 35,000. Look, we're at 33,600. We need 14 more people at $100 to make that commitment, and we'll check back in on this number. You know what, I can't quite read that, it's too far. But you could bring it over here. All right, we've got some important special message that's coming in. West Ridge Animal Hospital.
That's my vet.
Hey, all right. Thank you for is a $5,000 gift, is that right? Thank you for that $5,000 gift. We so appreciate that. Yeah, big applause for them. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to check back in on this number. I don't think that 5,000 is included here, or I don't know, is it already? No, okay, so that's not included here, but we still want 14 of you to, even without that gift from the animal hospital, we want to try to get to $35,000. We need 14 of you. We're going to check back on this number, so please make your contribution, and we'll get back to this. Okay, tonight we also have a few auction items that we would like to feature. Now, normally you would be raising your hand to bid in a live auction, but tonight you're going to use your cell phone, and again, you click that link. You should have received a message from 91049. Click the text message to begin, and scroll down to our great travel packages. You can also click on the menu bar and then select live auction category. All right, so remember to set a max bid by clicking bid more so you don't miss out on your favorite item. As always, if you have any trouble making a bid, or if you still need to register, please contact Stephanie. Her number is 720-940-4880. All right, so we have some great travel packages tonight, and most will give you up to 2 years to use them, so you have plenty of time. Number one is American Dreaming. It's going to be 6 guests have the opportunity to experience the vast and varied beauty of the United States. You have 13 locations to choose from, perfect for small to large families or groups of friends. You're going to have 4 days, 3 nights in a 2 or 3 bedroom private residence in your choice of destinations. You can choose Glacier Park, Nashville, Charleston, Asheville, Folly Beach, Seattle, Santa Fe, Destin, Palm Springs, San Diego, Scottsdale, Vail, Austin, Jupiter, Mars. Hey, you can go just about anywhere. Also, you're going to get a $200 credit toward local restaurants and experiences in the area. So get your bids in on this item. Right now, American Dreaming is at $2,800. Get your bids in. This item, all of these items will be closing at 9 p.m. tonight. Is that correct? 9 p.m.
Correct.
Mountain Time tonight. These will be closing. All right. Item number 2, experience Scottsdale. Get ready for a sun-filled weekend. This is a 3-night stay in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a private home, includes 3 bedrooms with a private pool, can accommodate 8 guests. You're also going to get golf for 4 with cart and green fees at the famous Camelback Golf Course. Any of you golfers out there know how amazing that course is. You'll get a $250 Southwest gift card, a $100 gift card to Topgolf, and $100 gift card to local restaurants. I want to say thank you to the group, Michael Tennyson and Don and Mary Tennyson, for donating this item. Are you a golfer?
I am not.
You are not. I
My
know.
dad wanted me to be a golfer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let him down. Sorry, Dad.
That's okay. Well, this is an amazing vacation down in Scottsdale. The lead bid on this one right now is $2,600. Get your bids in. This item also will be closing at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, next up we have Caribbean Paradise. This is the ultimate winner's choice for the tropical beach lover. I am a beach vacation guy.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If there's not a beach involved, it's not a vacation.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to have a 5-night stay, a private residence in your choice of destinations. You can choose from beachfront Barbados luxury. You could choose a cliffside St. John escape, or you could choose an oceanfront Belize adventure. Each residence will accommodate at least 4 people. It includes local excursions and adventure, perfect for any beach lover. Right now, the lead bid on that is at $4,400. Get your bids in. That sounds nice.
It sounds amazing.
Haven't been on vacation since COVID started.
I haven't been on vacation since I had kids.
Oh, how long has that been?
Almost 6 years.
Oh,
right?
gosh.
Somebody should take me to St. John.
I
It looks
know,
amazing.
I know. Okay, listen. This one, the mountains are calling you. You know, Ricola. That's the ringtone for the mountains. You want to take a break in Breckenridge, the mountains are calling you. 1 week in a luxury resort condo in Breckenridge, Colorado. It's a fixed week. It is May 8th through 15th of this year in a suite unit at the Grand Lodge at Peak 7. This place is amazing. If you have not been up there, it is incredible. Indoor, outdoor pools, hot tub, theater, game rooms, beautiful view right on Peak 7. You're gonna have a queen size bed with a pull-out couch so you can sleep 4 people. Unit has a kitchenette. I want to say thank you to Chris Dowen and Chalice Springfield for this incredible donation. And right now our Breckenridge stay is at $1,000. Get your bids in on this item. Okay, and finally, we have an unplugged RV experience. Unplug and travel the U.S. for 5 nights in a Ford V10 large motorhome RV with room for up to 7 passengers. You do not need a special license to drive this vehicle, but it does require special insurance. And guess what? The insurance is included. Yes, a 0 deduction plan. You can travel up to 600 miles. You have a $200 Amex gas card and your choice of hundreds of destinations in the US and Canada from which to start your adventure. So you don't have to start from Denver or from Colorado. You could fly to a city, then start your RV adventure from there. This will be a wonderful vacation travel at your own pace. Explore, discover, relax, all while knowing that at the end of the day, you will be sleeping in your motorhome, in your RV, not in a different hotel. You'll feel safe, secure, it's convenient. Go ahead, bring the grandchildren, take the dog, enjoy your favorite hobbies, go wherever the road takes you, but not into a car wash. Anywhere the road takes you except for that. But yeah, this would be a pretty amazing and unique vacation.
It would be. We did this as a kid, when I was a kid, and it was just phenomenal. Absolutely. Brought the dog, the whole shebang.
That is awesome. Okay, well, if you've been looking to show your kids or your grandkids some part of America, and there's a lot to see in our great country, and most of us don't get a chance to get out and see some of the amazing landmark and historical places in our country, this is that opportunity to get out and experience that as a family in a fun road trip in the RV. All right, so those are our featured silent auction items. Get your bids in. The auction will close at 9 p.m. Mountain Time this evening. Next, I'd like to welcome Weld Food Bank Board President Casey Lytle.
On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff of the Weld Food Bank and the individuals who received over 500,000 food packages last year, including 80,000 backpacks received by children in our community, we would like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's Stone Soup dinner. We hope we can count on you to support us in the coming year and look forward to seeing you next year, hopefully an in-person Stone Soup event. Have a great evening.
Okay, thank you, Casey, and thank you to all of you who have joined us tonight. We can't sign off tonight until we choose the winner of our raffle, but before we do that, I want to take one more look at our fundraising total. Can we see where we stand right now? Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're at $39,816. Woo! Listen, my wife and I, we're going to donate $250. We'll do that.
Oh,
that's going to put us over $40,000. Thank you, all of you, for your generosity and support of the Weld Food Bank. We appreciate all of you stretching. Okay, so now it's time to pick the person who is going to win this amazing vacation at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs.
I'm so excited.
Let's give this a little spin. We've got many, how many total entries did we get here? Do we have an idea?
Let's see, 834.
834 entries. Okay, I'm going to open this up and you pull one out of here.
Oh my goodness. You want to say it or you want me?
You go ahead.
It is our friend and supporter, Brian Franzen.
Hey! Brian Franzen. And listen, I know that some of you are at home are applauding right now because you're polite people. You're not happy for him. You wanted this vacation. He has taken away what was rightfully yours. But because you're polite people, well, congratulations, Brian.
Great, Brian.
Good for you. All right. So again, everybody, thank you for your generous support. Remember, it's not too late to give. The paddle raise will be open for 2 more weeks, so every dollar counts. And if you get a link to the recording of this after we're done, this is a YouTube Live, this link will live on. If you want to share this with other people so they can learn about what the World Food Bank does, they can still make a contribution to our virtual paddle raiser all the way up until April 1st. You can still bid on our silent auction items until 9 p.m. Mountain Time this evening. Now let's take a look at our featured silent auction items. And do we have that? We can take a look and see where we stand in the bidding right now. Okay, so you can see where these things are. The American Dreaming is at $2,800. The Private Home in Scottsdale at $2,600. Your Choice of Caribbean Paradise at $4,400. $1,000 for the Breckenridge Stay. And the RV Experience is still waiting for somebody to jump on that. And then $17,000 for the Island Caribbean Sailing Vacation for 10 people.
Right?
Oh. That's like a 5-cabin yacht.
If we could ensuite bathrooms, if we could just get 8 more friends.
Oh gosh, gosh, that'd be amazing. Okay, well, hey, we want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for your commitment and support to the World Food Bank. Stay tuned. We have some amazing circus entertainment that is coming up for you, but we so appreciate you making time tonight for the World Food Bank. And for all of you at the very beginning who made the pivot with us to our new YouTube link, thank you. Thank you for your commitment to coming to join us. We appreciate all of you. We'll see you next year in person.
Thank you.